How you doing, everyone? I thought that I would do a quick live video of my latest miniature, which is based on a Mahjong shop in Hong Kong. So I've been working on this project on and off for about a year, but have just finished it up in the last few days. Had it photographed over the weekend, and yeah, I'm shipping it out to its new home today. So, without a doubt, it's probably the most detailed miniature I've ever created, especially in terms of interior. So yeah, I thought I'd do a quick live video, and yeah, I'll let everyone sort of check it out. So, I guess in terms of my miniatures, the main focus that I have with my work is pretty much just the facade. So, for example, like I've got this other work over here. So this is an earlier work from this year, which is based on an abandoned hardware store in Detroit. And yeah, mainly it's just the facade. But with this one here, there really isn't too much to the facade other than like the signage and kind of like the side wall. So the main focus with this piece, which is what the client wanted, was pretty much the interior. So I struggled a bit with this one because I haven't really done a lot of interiors. And as far as interiors go, this one has got a lot going on for it. So I scoured the internet for reference photos. I found maybe about 100 to 200 reference photos of when different newspapers had gone out to the Mahjong shop and had photographed it for newspaper articles. And I basically, for the space of a year, poured all over all of these reference photos to sort of get an idea as to what was in the cabinets, what the floor was like, the ceiling, how the lighting was, everything else. So I sort of initially made the bare bones of the miniature first. So I kind of worked out the calculations for how wide the shop was going to be, how deep it was going to be, the height of like the ceiling, how deep I was going to have the sidewalk, things like that. And then from there, using the reference photos that I had, working out what the cabinets looked like, roughly how big the cabinets were, and what they were filled with. And then basically worked from the back of the shop to the front. So if I look at the reference photos, so yeah, like the back shelf is mainly sort of like the Mahjong tile stacks. It's got a few boxes. It's got the lucky Maneki Neko cats, and a lot of I wanted to try and get as much of this detail in the miniature as possible. So for wherever possible, if I could try and replicate it and try and build it, I did my utmost best to try and do that. So because it is so long and deep and so small, you really got to get in underneath it to sort of see a lot of the details. We've got the little cats up there on the back shelf. Where are we? And then the Mahjong tiles on the back shelf. The boxes all stacked up on the top of the shelf, and then all of the cardboard boxes which are in front of the shelves as well. And then yeah, for the side cabinets, that was pretty much more of the same as to what was on the back shelf. It was just kind of like the Mahjong tiles all sort of stacked up, and then more boxes on the top. And then as you get closer to the front of the shop, yeah, there was like different things in the cabinets. So for example, in this cabinet just here, it's pretty much filled with poker chips. And then on the cabinet on the left, yeah, it's got a whole range of different stuff. So you got like boxes for playing cards, you've got like Mahjong tiles, which are visible, like the playing guide, if it'll focus. Yeah, the playing guide for playing Mahjong. Zoom out there. So yeah, the front cabinets are there's a lot more going on. It's a lot more of the crazy detail. But yeah, it was basically working out more or less a cabinet at a time, and what was in those cabinets and what I needed to fill it with. And then sort of like build the actual cabinets, build the functioning doors. Not sure if you can see that, but it's actually got sliding doors on it. And yeah, sort of build the cabinet, build everything which goes inside the cabinet, put it aside until it was ready to sort of glue everything in place, and then slowly glue them in one by one. And then yeah, we had to work out the lights as well. So I've made up these fake fluorescent tubes, which these are just two LED lights, and then I've designed up the housing for the fluoro unit, and then I've also got the fluoro tube itself as well. But then with the lights at the back and the ceiling, it was a different type of light. And that's LED strip lighting, which I've got up there as well. So yeah, just a bit of variation. You can see here in the reference photo that the lights at the back are in a different type of housing. It's got like a plastic over the top of it. And then yeah, I guess once I had all of that glued in place, it was more attention to detail, like you've got like this cabling which is leading to all the lights and stuff like that, which we've got up there, which is just some wire which I've spray painted and then grimed up. But yeah, trying to get the lights looking as authentic as possible, not only like the shape and look of the lights themselves, but also the color and the way that it lights up as well was really important with trying to get it as accurate as what I can. And we've got all of these which are hooked up to like a little chip just in the top here. So it's got it all nest of wires up here. But this one here at the front, we've actually got it programmed with a little Arduino chip. So it's got a flicker for the lights that when you switch it on, it's fairly random, but when it does flicker, it kind of like stutters, as I guess like a fluoro tube, which is sort of kind of breaking down, would do. But yeah, sort of just gives it a bit more authenticity. It's always difficult to try and film this because you've got the camera set up and you're recording, filming, hoping to capture that flicker of the light. And of course, when the camera's switched on and it's recording, it's not wanting to do that. And then you sort of give up because you're tired of waiting. And then as soon as you hit stop recording, oh, there we are. That's when it would flicker. But yeah, I've got the cabinets, which some of them I haven't glued into place just yet. Mainly because I wanted to get this cabinet out. I'm not sure if anyone's seen my latest post on Instagram, but because I did such a detailed job of this cabinet, and we thought that I'd get a shot of me just holding just this cabinet on in itself. Because as soon as you put things in front of it, you lose a lot of the detail because it gets obscured by things at the front. But yeah, thought I'd just do a quick live video, because yeah, a lot of these miniatures that I create now often don't go to exhibitions, they're just commissions only, so pretty much the only people that get to see them is the person which has commissioned the artwork, which is a bit of a shame, considering that most of my miniatures take anywhere from like 2 to 4 months to complete. And yeah, like I'm working in my studio on my own. Not a lot of people get to see it when I'm working on it, just a select few people. And then of course once it's completed, other than photos and videos on social media, a lot of people don't get to see them at all. So I thought I'd give people a bit more of an opportunity to sort of see a bit more about the miniature and sort of like the background and thought processes which have gone into sort of creating it before I box it off and ship it off to its new home. But yeah, once this is done and completed and shipped out, then I've got this one here that I'll be finishing off for a client, which is based on a building in New York City. And yeah, where I thought this one was difficult with a lot going on with interior detail, this one is a much different build entirely, and it's got about 4 levels to it. So it'll have an underground section, which is kind of like subway entrance, and then like the ground floor, sort of like street level section, and then it will have a rooftop, and then it's kind of got like a building next door to it, which has got a billboard on it. So it'll be quite an involved build. Certainly probably my most layered miniature that I would have created to date. So yeah, 2 very different types of miniatures, but yeah, a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for following along, thanks for following my work, and yeah, I hope to do more of these live videos in the future, so be sure to keep an eye out. Thanks again.